kitchen. First of all, it's great to be back. You guys know I've been sick, couldn't talk. My husband said I sound like Large Marge. My sister-in-law said I sounded like Marge's sisters on The Simpsons. Either way, I'm back. I can talk now. Okay, so today we are going to do a fried ravioli with it's a crawfish and clam cream sauce on it. So what we're gonna do, I already have my skillet heating up over here, so I'm gonna take 1 stick of butter. This is real butter. It is salted, and I'm just gonna drop it over in the pan and let it melt a little bit. Okay, letting the butter melt. Now, since we are doing fried ravioli, I already have my oil heating over here for the ravioli, so it'll be ready when we're ready to fry it. Okay, so once that butter gets melted, we are going to add, I have some chopped onions, bell pepper, and celery. Pretty much just going to cook those down a little bit, pretty much make them soft. And it's about, probably about 1 whole onion, half a bell pepper, and I just chopped 2 stalks of celery. Get that in there. Let that cook for a little bit. We're just sauteing. Get that out the way. While that's sauteing, for you under the video. So we're gonna let that just cook down for a little bit. Stir that around. Smells so good already. Okay, so I got that like maybe medium high. Okay, so this is cooking down. Now I am going to add, I have crawfish and crab meat in this mixture. Just gonna add that in here, and we are just going to cook this down maybe about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna add a few other ingredients. So just stir that up. Turn the heat down a little bit, maybe about medium, while we're getting the ravioli ready. Okay, let me get this stirred around. Okay, so now we're gonna work on our coating for the ravioli. So I have 1 egg in here. I'm just gonna mix the egg around because we're gonna use this as a coating for the ravioli. So that's good and mixed around. Again, we're just gonna use it to coat. Breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs. The amount really just kind of depends on how much ravioli you're gonna make. So this is probably, I don't know, maybe 1.5 cups, 2 cups maybe. I'm gonna add 3 tablespoons Parmesan cheese, or if you would like more, add more. It won't hurt. Okay, so I'm gonna do closer to 4. I like the cheese taste. Okay, stir that around. I'm gonna mix that around, because again, this is what we're using to coat our ravioli. The ravioli, you need just a cheese ravioli. I got 3 cheese raviolis. It's pretty much what was available in the store. But you can just get a plain cheese ravioli. I wouldn't do this with a beef ravioli. You can do it with spinach as well. So get that mixture mixed around here real good. Okay, so what we're gonna do, take our ravioli, we're gonna dip it in the egg first. And after we dip it in the egg, we're gonna dip it in the breadcrumb mixture. Okay, so back over to our sauce real quick. The meat mixture has cooked down along with the bell peppers, the onions, and the celery. So now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, or heavy cream. Also, I am going to add more, well, I'm going to add Parmesan cheese to this. You can add as much as you would like. It just depends on your taste. If you like a lot of Parmesan, put a lot in there. All right, so we need to let this basically thicken up. And I'm going to turn it down some. Put it like medium low maybe. Let it thicken up while our ravioli is frying, okay? So that's pretty much it for the sauce. We're just gonna let it sit and thicken. Now we're gonna go back to our ravioli. Drop it in that breadcrumb mixture. Just make sure you get it nice and coated. And then we're gonna fry it. I'm gonna drop a few in here before I drop them in the grease or in our oil. So get them coated. So you should coat them. You just have to flip them a few times and just make sure it's good and coated before you put it in the breadcrumbs. If not, it's not gonna come out right. See, this is how it should look before we drop them in there. Again, I'm just gonna drop a few in here because they fry so fast. Yeah, and your fingers are gonna get nasty. That's okay. You can wash them. And the grease over there making noise. And these will fry very fast. That's why we started our sauce first. I just want to get a few in here so we can fry quite a few at one time. Probably hear my grease over there. This is how your sauce should be looking now. Okay, so now we're ready to drop the bread ravioli in our oil. Make sure your oil is good and hot. I am using canola oil. You can use vegetable oil or whatever type of oil that you prefer. All right, we're gonna drop these in there one at a time. They start out frying slow, but then they'll pick up, trust me. You don't want to fry them too fast because they cook extremely fast. And again, just make sure your ravioli is breaded nicely before you drop it in that oil. This is how your sauce should be looking now. See how it has already thickened up? We're gonna cook it a little longer. Keep it on that same temperature. If you think it's cooking too fast, you can go ahead and turn it down. Let me see how it's frying. This is how it should look while it's frying. Now you're supposed to take them out as soon as it starts floating, but I like to leave them in just a little bit longer because, for one, the ravioli was frozen. So I want to make sure it's cooked in the middle. Okay? If you need more, then just add another egg because you still got the breadcrumbs. So it's not, you know, it just depends on how many people you're cooking for. So mix it around. And I'm going to serve this today with, we're just going to do an Italian loaf, bread loaf. I'm not going to toast it or anything. I'm going to put some melted butter with it. And because people in my house will eat it no matter what because my kids love bread. Okay, so I'm going to get a few ravioli ready for the next batch. Alright guys, so this is how your ravioli should look. You really shouldn't, if you're using a deep pan, you shouldn't have to flip it. But this is how it should look before you take it out. So make sure you don't take it out too soon. You can flip it if you want, if you feel comfortable doing that. Personally, I like to make sure mine is done, good and cooked through. Because again, with this ravioli being frozen, sometimes they're not heated good in the middle. So, okay, and I'm gonna get ready to take these out, drain them on a paper towel. You know how to do it, on a cookie sheet. You know how your mama taught you. I just lost the paper towel. See how that looks? All right, so our sauce, here's our sauce, guys. It has thickened more. Now for me, this is perfect. This is how I want it. You can let it cook a little longer, thicken up a little more if you would like, but this is how we like it in the Wallace house. So y'all, that is it. That is how you make fried ravioli with a crawfish and crab sauce. Very easy. Let me get this on a plate for you so you can see how good it looks. Alright, so got my ravioli plated up. We're gonna add the sauce. I promise you guys, this is so good. This is what you should have. You can sprinkle a little more Parmesan cheese on it if you want. There you have it. Fried ravioli with a crawfish and crab cream sauce. Again, I'm going to put this with a loaf of Italian bread or French bread. Bread is like $1 or something like that. And I'm going to melt some butter and we're going to eat it like that.